Yes, send the tweets out.
Just tweet it. Go. Let's do it. We're live now. Let's put up the intro. What is going on, everybody? We're here. We're doing a little shorter show today than we normally do, but it's Father's Day tomorrow, so happy Father's Day to everybody out there. I just want to talk real quick because I recently watched the Marvels. And I talked to Max about this, and one of the biggest hate I saw about the Marvels was it's an all-female movie. Like, who wants to see this? It's not for us. Like, the Marvels was a fun movie. It was a fun Marvel movie. Like, if fun is the worst thing Marvel is going to give us, I'll take it all day. Any day of the week, a fun movie. I'm actually upset I didn't see the Marvels in the theater. As somebody who liked Ms. Marvel, I just got more of that, and I was very, very happy about it, and actually preferred the Marvels over Captain Marvel, the movie. I just thought it was more fun. But so the reason I bring that up is there. What's that?
You are definitely in the minority there.
You like what you like.
I
know that have actually seen the Marvels and have like a head on their shoulders. They all say it's fun as well. It's not the same as Madam Web. Like, I have not heard like Max. When Max doesn't like something, he can articulate why he doesn't like something in a very intelligent conversation most of the time.
It fucking sucked.
But my favorite rants are Max's rants.
You know, looking at I've enjoyed the Disney Star Wars shows for the most part up till now. So I was trying to find out the Acolyte because I like the idea of going back and kind of exploring that part of Star Wars, like way, 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 way back in the past. So I was looking online. I saw people commenting, the hate. People, Max didn't like Kenobi for his reasons, but people didn't like Kenobi. I liked Kenobi, but people didn't like it because
you would like it
because they focused on a female. They worked a female character into it. They worked a female character into all these in the Star Wars sequel trilogy. It's one of the reasons. And yes, the sequel trilogy has its problems. I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is this hate that we have female leads in this stuff, that shouldn't be the reason you hate something. You need to articulate.
There are plenty of legitimate reasons to hate these things. You don't need to pick the dumbest, most sexist, racist reason to hate it. That's low-hanging fruit.
Very low-hanging fruit.
I'm getting tired of hearing
the videos that. No, go ahead. Sorry.
There's not any reason to hate anything. We go over this every time. Every time there's a race change or it's about a woman, we go through this every time, and it is just so dumb because the Acolyte sucks on so many other levels than she's a black chick that like, you guys aren't even doing it justice. Okay, like you're not even letting the people know really why this thing sucks. It's not the black chick's fault. It's the writer's fault. It's Disney's fault. They suck.
Yeah,
she's fine.
I did see that somebody involved with the show didn't even know who Luke Skywalker was, and I do agree that
that's brutal.
That's a problem. Like, I agree with that. It's just all I'm saying, guys, is articulate why you have issues. I'm so tired of this. Oh, it's too woke. Oh, it's not woke enough because you get that exact argument for everything. Like, you'll have one person saying the Acolyte is too woke, and you have somebody saying it's not woke enough. It's like, make up your fucking mind. Just watch the show. You either like it or you don't like it. Tell us why you don't like it without sounding like a complete douchebag tool, and then move on. That's all I'm saying. Like, just
and hey, like, I may be a complete douchebag tool, but at least I watched the show and can tell you I like it for reasons that I've seen that they failed. Not just like, oh, I saw it was a black woman on the cover, and I was like, well, not for me. Like,
with as excited as you sounded talking to us about it when we started this show, I'm surprised you made it to episode 3.
I don't know what you're talking about. I never get animated in a rant about how awful Star Wars is now.
Never.
The only thing I'm looking forward to is Andor season 2. Like, that's it. That's all they got going.
I think they are doing the same thing Marvel is, kind of taking a step back and reevaluating. So
yeah, they need to.
We'll see how that.
They need to heavily reevaluate. They need to search inward and try to find some substance, some value.
You know what's funny is Max is watching these Star Wars shows he doesn't like, but he still hasn't watched the South Park specials that have been on Paramount Plus that are absolutely brilliant.
I want to catch up on South Park so bad, but it's just such a daunting task. That's why I have to.
No, that'd be a good thing to do.
Oh no,
my God.
I love South Park, and apparently it's funny the whole time. So like, it's just I miss so many pieces.
It's just a lot. Sure.
It's like the One Piece situation. It's like 400 episodes that we watch. And like,
Max, your sound is cutting.
We're losing your audio, buddy.
Oh no,
that's way better. Wait, whatever you're doing right now, do that.
I think I was just far away from the mic.
Okay. Yeah. There's only 6 so far, and they're all like 45 minutes, so it's not too bad to catch up on.
It is the guy that didn't know Luke Skywalker I think I saw that clip. Was it him saying that Anakin Skywalker destroyed the Death Star? Because I saw that clip and I laughed a lot. I was like, all right.
Nah, bro, you're fired.
I get it. You're taking a job to do a job, but anytime you take a job, like if I took a job doing something I didn't know how to do, or didn't know anything about, I would learn about what's happening, because it would make sense because canon is
he was gonna get hate either way. So why do
interviews? And every now and again, I'll be on one of the interviews, and I'll have to do some homework about a person that I've never heard of before.
Yeah,
and like you just watch what's there, or you read what's there, and then you go do the thing. Like, but you don't even know the main characters of this thing. I mean, like, come on, man.
Literally, the guy that started the whole thing, like the main dude.
Yeah, no, that's not a good look. That's not a good look. I gotta let you go. I'm sorry, Frank.
That's awesome.
I wish you the best in your future endeavors. Maybe do some homework.
Probably the unfortunate thing for him is he does know who Luke Skywalker is, and he just slipped a tongue, and now it's on the internet for forever. Like, in
the universe I live in, he didn't.
No, it's just there are no mistakes. Only happenstance.
That's no, because we live in the bad universe. Okay, I'm a proponent of we live in the bad universe. Like, if there's a multiverse, we're one of the shitty ones that like nobody wants to go to.
What is it? The Harambe split? Do you think it's the Harambe split?
No,
there's a universe out there that kept the gorilla alive.
Always bad. Like we have these moments we can point to that were like big, Harambe. Okay, like let's whatever, right? But there's so many awful things that just led to more. We live in the bad universe. Like do what you can, make the best out of it that you can. But we are in the hellverse. We're in the bad one.
Well, I will say we did pivot for the right side for the Hitler thing. Like we think there is a universe where we're fascists.
There was a Hitler thing.
Fair.
There was a Hitler thing.
Fair.
We'll leave that there, and we'll save it. We'll save it for Podcastalypse now to get more into that, because I have thoughts, but I'm not going to get into that.
Is that vodka, Max? Are we going deep?
Yeah, what universe do we live in? Of course, it's vodka.
The universe that Max doesn't have a liver.
I did watch Inside Out today for the first time, because apparently for Father's Day, my daughter really wants to see Inside Out, so she's taking me to see Inside Out too.
I heard it's good.
Thanks.
Dude, I love Louis Black is one of my favorite comedians. Kylie's mom took me to see him for one of my birthdays. And the fact that they casted him to play Anger, dude, Pixar, literally, this movie made me laugh and cry in like the span of minutes apart from each other, just because Louis Black would come in and say something completely like angry, and just his angry voice just makes me so happy.
Yeah, no, Louis Black is good. Inside Out was all right.
Dude, Pixar, man, you guys get me at my heart. The people bitch about the Inside Out, I'm sure they did. You get me in my heart, Pixar, every time.
What aren't they gonna like? It's there. People are gonna bitch about it. Like that's the sky's blue.
So yeah, I'm down to see Inside Out too. I always enjoy the Pixar movies. It wouldn't be my first pick to go to the movies and see. I'd probably wait at home, but
Pixar has this ability to make some sequels that are like nobody wants this, nobody needs this, and then you're like, well, that was really good. Like, I'm sorry, I said that I didn't want to see that. Like,
let's explore emotional maturity.
Toy Story, like 38 that they're on right now, and every one is like watchable. It's
Oh my god. Toy Story 4 like broke my heart. I don't even know how kids can relate to these stories because Toy Story 4 is about, your kids have moved on without you. Like, where do you stand in life when you're just there? And it's like, man.
Well, that makes it rewatchable too, right? Because the kids are in it for a different reason, and adults are in it for a different reason, and then you can revisit it in a decade and still find it good.
And The Incredibles is another one, a guy trying to figure out where he is past his prime. It's just, yeah.
Oh no, I love The Incredibles. Incredibles 2 was good.
Cars.
They do an Incredibles 3. I feel like the Underminer was underserved, and I'd like to see like what other villains they can come up with. They got a good universe right there.
And Pixar did say we're not doing live action remakes.
Thank you, Pixar. Even though the parent company might force them to.
Like live action, friggin' it's still animated. Lion King is still animated.
Dude,
it still happened.
Tony was over the other day and I was watching, I think it was top 10 Pixar movies or something, and Toy Story came up and he said, that's from 96. I said, dude, yeah, it holds up very well. Like the animation in that is it's one of the few things from the 90s that was made with CG that you can say, hey, that looks pretty good. Because there's a lot of CG stuff in the 90s that does not look good.
Like that was the beginning, and the beginning is always the worst. It's always the worst version of something just because they don't know what they're doing just yet.
Storytelling aside, the original trilogy of Star Wars and the prequel trilogy of Star Wars, just looking at them visually, the prequel trilogy doesn't hold up as well because some of the special effects were not.
Especially the giant war scenes and stuff. It was pretty taxing on them.
I mean, granted, they keep adding stuff to the original trilogy where we have R2-D2 behind a boulder that he couldn't possibly have gotten to because the boulder's there.
Hey, you know what? When Obi-Wan and Luke are getting shook down by the cops, like what do you want to look at?
Yeah, when Han Solo stepping on Jabba the Hutt isn't the worst thing to happen.
McCluskey.
Oh, McCluskey.
Yeah.
Awesome.
But let's talk television and movie dads. So I want to ask you guys a question. This is going to be a controversial topic, but I'm curious. I've been thinking about it today. Art is different than the real people. Can you still put Cliff Huxtable on a top 5 best dads?
No,
with Bill Cosby and what he's done.
No, not because of the nature of the crime. If he would have stolen like lots of money from people, it would be fine. But no. No, because all of it was going on during that time. It's just so. For me personally, Cliff Huxtable, you've made the bad dads list because they even like his barbecue sauce that puts you to sleep, and he's like, "Ooh, kids better watch out."
That is an episode of the Cosby Show. That is crazy.
The writers were like, "We know what you're doing."
Yeah, because he did it to them. He did it to all of them.
I get it's personal taste. Like, I can't. I used to love R. Kelly. I can't listen to him anymore.
With me, it's weird. There's like certain R. Kelly songs that I can still listen to, and certain ones that I deleted from my library forever.
Every time I hear R. Kelly, I just think of Dave Chappelle's skit about R. Kelly. I don't even think about R. Kelly songs. I think of "I'm gonna pee on you."
Oh, that's so good. And then like R. Kelly in South Park.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
If you guys are watching us live, sound off in the comments. Let me know if you think Cliff Huxtable can still be considered a great dad with the controversy.
It's separated for me personally. There's just
I don't think I can either. But guys, who are some of your favorite dads?
There's definitely Michael Jackson songs I can listen to, but
yeah. Music's hard to separate from, I think, than TV.
Well, Michael was slightly different because you can make the argument Michael was never convicted, so it's still kind of a he said kind of
There's enough smoking guns around here. But yeah, anyway, TV
Frank Reynolds. That's one of my dads I want to talk about.
Yes, made my list.
Yeah. Oh,
Danny
man.
DeVito.
Yeah. Dude, he's such a bad dad. He's a good friend. I feel like he's a good friend. He's a crappy dad.
Yeah.
He's not. He didn't raise those kids well at all because they're.
I think
terrible.
He's a terrible person, regardless.
Yeah,
one of the worst TV dads. I mean, and that's the role that he's playing. Like,
they
they're like, how can we make this guy more disgusting? And like he is like devolved as the show goes on. Like he just gets worse and worse. The Frank Reynolds, what a great TV dad. Definitely made my list. But I was like, also Danny DeVito plays Matilda's dad.
I was like, Mr. Wormwood, I have his because I forgot his name, but he was in my mind too. I was like, oh man,
God, he's so awful. He's so awful. Danny DeVito does such a great, terrible dad.
Yeah, every time I think of Matilda, I think of him reducing the mileage on cars with that little gun, and he's like, we're increases the.
Has Danny DeVito ever played a good dad on TV?
No.
He played a good dad in life. I'm pretty sure he looked after that whoever played Matilda for a while, like while their parents were different.
I don't think. Yeah, he's played like he was a good. No, he was kind of the bad brother in Twins. He was like the little crappy one.
Yeah, he was the instigator in Twins. I think.
No, I don't know that he's ever had a good dad role. That's interesting.
Yeah.
There's not one I can think of.
So, how about Darth Vader?
Darth Vader is just an absentee father.
He cut his son's arm off, knowing it was his son.
That's true. You know, like I don't know how I didn't think of that, but you're absolutely right. He is an abusive bad father. I am taking back my whole life.
Yeah, Luke got a robot arm because of him.
That's absolutely true.
But he blew up his daughter's home planet.
At that point,
he killed his in-laws.
No, that was Tarkin. That was Tarkin.
That's true.
I got nothing. I retract my previous statement. Terrible dad. I don't have any nice dads on here.
I have a question about that because, like, it depends on the episode. Is Homer Simpson a good dad, bad dad? It really depends on the episode. But like,
Homer Simpson is abusive, and absentee in that, like, you know, other things definitely matter more than, but he still loves his kids. So there's that, and he does try like sometimes. So there's also that. Is he better? He's better than a lot of dads, but worse than a lot of dads.
Yeah. There's certain aspects.
Never strangled me with his bare hands. That never happened. Not once.
Yeah, it's fair. I wondered, has the recent animation gotten away from that? Because like it was like funny in the 90s, but like not funny. You know what I mean? It distinctly culturally changed. Like
they got away from that a while ago, I believe.
I haven't watched this. It's been long.
It's been forever too for me.
In South Park for The Simpsons for me, but I mean, I have to imagine that you just can't get away with that nowadays. I'm gonna throw an anime dad in there. This guy, worst dad of all time. Sho Tucker from Full Metal Alchemist.
Oh no, the Chimera!
Yeah,
he is my. That episode made me feel things.
Oh my god,
such a hard
episode to watch. And
I was so mad at that episode.
The worst father of all time. If you haven't,
I watched that on Cartoon Network in my grandma's like house. I was livid. I couldn't even. I had to turn the TV off. I was so mad.
That episode is so hard to watch. It is so awful what he does, and I hate kids. You know, like even I'm like, wow, guy. Like that's.
I was aggressively
that's
angry.
Fucking brutal. Worst anime dad I've ever seen. Worst dad possibly of all time. Sho Tucker, Full Metal Alchemist.
I'm so glad you said that.
Watch the show, and even just to this episode, like. You have to watch it all the way up to that episode, but then you can stop after that. It's so awful. It's so hard to watch.
So bad. It's a great episode.
Yes.
So
because I mean, like it does put you through the finger. But it's brutal. Worst dad ever.
One of the best dads ever is right here on the top left side of the screen, and that's Jim's dad from American Pie.
He's very accepting.
Yes. And he always just wants to help. He's like, hey, like you're not murdering anybody. Let's see if we can get you through this.
Just pretend the direct to DVD sequels where nobody else was in it except for him, and he just randomly showed up at these things as a creepy old man. We'll just pretend those didn't happen. But Jim's dad is amazing.
That dude, Eugene Levy, was like, "Oh yeah, I'll do it."
Yeah, please pay me. Yeah.
This is before
Oh my
Shit's Creek.
goodness. Yeah, I mean, but like, he did not go hungry. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I don't know how much they're paying him for those movies, but it was enough apparently.
Mrs. Doubtfire, Robin Williams was a great father.
He was a good dad in that one. Yeah, great dad, just fun guy, and knew how to have fun, and just loved kids and loved his kids. So yeah, great.
Bob Saget, old Full House. Were you guys a Full House?
Yeah, oh yeah, Bob Saget, great dad.
Who wasn't in the 90s? TGIF, man.
I love TGIF, man. It was great.
Walter White, good dad or bad dad?
I think.
Oh, that's tough.
Because he became Heisenberg? He became Heisenberg. When he turned on the alias and just became Heisenberg, terrible dad. When Walter White went in and I'm going to deal drugs to not be a burden to my family when I die, good dad. I think there's a distinct, there's a line in that show, and I forget, really where. I've seen the whole show, but
I think when he started to make meth, he was more of a gray area dad. I wouldn't say good dad. He was more gray area, moved into not great dad. At the end, though, I mean, he did all the right things. Spoiler alert.
Sure. But he still did all the other things.
That's fair.
I love the show, but I forget, was George Lopez a good dad in the George Lopez show? I liked the show. I forget if he was good or bad in it.
That was after my time with those kind of shows. After my time before Kylie's time.
I think he was. I think he was
a pretty solid dad in that show.
Yeah, I never watched that show though.
I used to watch with my parents. I just forget. That's good.
I got William H. Macy from Shameless.
Nice.
I have yet to watch any of Shameless. I've watched an episode or two.
Oh my god! This isn't a depiction of his fatherhood, but this guy is the kind of guy who would hold a mouthful of someone else's pee in his mouth so that he can pass a drug test. Okay, that's the guy.
I mean, he's keeping a job for his family.
Okay. Oh my goodness. No,
Uncle Phil.
Uncle
Phil, one of the best dads.
Yeah. Rest in peace, James Avery.
That pool episode where he hustles that pool guy is one of my favorites of all time.
Bring out Lucille.
Yeah, Jeffrey, bring out Lucille. Like a sword.
Oh my goodness! No, that was what a wonderful, wonderful example of fatherhood.
Tywin Lannister. Awful dad. Right? Awful dad.
I mean, great, steward of the family line, So, I don't know, what that counts for, but awful dad.
Just one of the worst.
Dr. Evil, if you're referring to his mini-me.
Stupid dad.
Referring to his mini-me, he's a great dad. Referring to his son, Scott, he's an awful dad.
Dr. Evil. I mean, Austin Powers' dad was a pretty crap dad too.
Yeah, he just wanted to have sex. He
hates the Dutch.
That's true. Hates the Dutch.
Yeah, Dr. Evil. I gotta say that's a pretty crap dad. Because he didn't even get to play around the supervillain lair. It's he didn't get to dabble in some super science or something like that. Yeah, terrible dad. But that does remind me of another animated dad that I need to look up the name of.
Then I'm going to mention Al Bundy because he deserves to be mentioned. As
Awful dad.
Al Bundy is a great dad.
I knew that was going to be controversial. I knew it.
The reason I say he's a great dad is he might pick on his kids himself, but if anybody messes with his children, they have hell to pay. He is 100% there for his family.
He's not a bad dad. He's not a good dad. In that
he's a dad of the times, right?
He'd be
more supportive, and he obviously kind of hates his life, so he takes that out on them a little bit. But he's not actually abusive. He's not, he does go to work every day and come home, so he's got all that going.
Jammed
And-
his feet in his shoes.
Along the same lines, Red Foreman, he's a kind of an Al Bundy in my mind. Like he's kind of a prick, but he's also a pretty good dad.
Oh my god, I love Red Foreman.
Yeah, I would say Red Foreman is a good dad though. Like he just cannot connect with his son because they're way different people. But I would say he's a good dad. Again, he's going to work every day. He's not going. He's paying the bills. So
yeah.
But I don't know. I feel better about Red Foreman as a father than I do at Al Bundy. I don't know why. Like even though they're kind of the same guy.
Yeah, no, I would agree. Red Foreman is a much better father overall than Al Bundy.
Did we lose Justin?
Sorry, is this better? My bad. For whatever reason, my camera died. They went and turned off.
Dr. Jonas Venture from the Venture Brothers.
Nice.
Terrible
Nice.
father.
Yeah.
Terrible
Yeah,
father. But great entertaining television.
Now this one's not a dad. Another uncle though. Uncle Eero, Avatar. I think he made that kid a better kid.
Well, no, because I mean, like even for his son, he was a good dad.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Uncle Iroh. Oh man, good call. Like that. Well, he is a solid dad. Now,
good father figure.
Fire Lord Ozai, awful father.
Awful thing, yeah.
Awful.
He would murder his kids. Yeah.
I mean, like just one. Like the one thing he didn't do was murder his children. Like that's the one thing he didn't do. So I guess he gets points for that. But no, as good as Uncle Iroh is, Fire Lord Ozai is awful.
This is going to be controversial to the internet. I don't care. Han Solo, awful father.
Bad dad.
His son went to the dark side. What do you mean? Of course,
yeah, he ran away and abandoned his family to go hang out with his dog again in space.
Oh my goodness!
Don't call Chewie a dog. He's better than a dog.
Dog like his homeboy.
Han Solo went to go get pack of smoke and never came back.
Oh my god! Yeah, Han Solo, and it sucks that they wrote him that way. Like Han Solo in the books is a good dad.
Yeah,
like in the legacy, whatever fake,
extended universe of not real stuff anymore. Yeah.
He's a good dad, and that sucks that they decided not to give him that in the movies. But yeah, no, I agree, bad dad.
Yeah, and the no-brainer bad dad of this whole list, Jack Torrance from The Shining.
Oh,
yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, in the movie for sure. In the book, he does come to his senses and saves his family. But yeah, in the movie, just awful from start to finish. Like, oh my god. But I think in the book he was abusive too. Yeah, awful father all around.
Yeah. Oh well, I mean, yeah. Terrible human.
All right. God, what's the dude name from Home Alone? The dad from Home Alone. Good dad or bad dad?
Dude, absent father. He made a bunch of money and just like used that to get pay for them to be happy. You know what I mean? Like when his son was gonna go missing, he cared, but up until that point, he would just whatever, somebody else will take care of my kid. You know what I mean? Like that's how I felt about it. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't feel like he's a great dad.
I don't think so either.
It's hard to judge. I mean, based on you missed your child twice, I'm gonna go with not a good dad.
Yeah,
I mean,
because even
once is an accident, twice is a pattern.
Yeah. Twice is a problem for sure. I mean, you think that the one time would be okay, never again. We will always make sure we have all the people.
Has everyone seen the Fallout TV show? If not, I'm not gonna. It's a spoiler if I give it.
Yeah. I'm sorry, but somebody on Fallout gets nominated for good or bad dad.
Bad dad, real bad dad. Okay. That's all I'll say. Real bad dad.
Is it Walton Goggins?
No, I wish.
Okay.
I mean, that's to be determined, I think. But yeah, no.
There's a real bad dad in Fallout. That's the only spoiler I'll give. You have to watch to find out.
Okay. Dude in The Last of Us. I know this he's not really a dad, but good dad or bad dad?
Oh man, that's tough.
That's almost like a utility thing. He saved his daughter, but doomed humanity, right? So, good dad, I think. Right move? I don't know.
I mean, you know what? the thing happened, and it's not really on any one person to save all of humanity. And like,
yeah, it's a level of altruism that you have to do that. But like,
and would that make him a good dad? Or like that would put him in as a bad dad for me.
Yes, bad dad, but utility wise, probably a good person for the race. Right, sacrifice something.
Fuck humanity, we suck. Like that's totally fine if we go.
That's awesome.
And then also, we'll just keep on the Pedro Pascal. Mandalorian, dad.
Dude,
good, great.
I think he's a good dad.
I think he's great.
Yeah. I mean, the whole show is him protecting him. So I don't know how much he was for that. Yeah, but as a protector, yeah, he is flying.
Bringing the kid on bounty hunts.
Yeah, I was like, you are endangering the child the whole time you're around him, but whatever. He's also older than everybody in the room. As a baby. Bad Dad, Fallout 3, the dude that I'm pretty sure oh crap. The dad you're trying to chase around, right? He's kind of awful too, right? I don't know. He's probably played Fallout 3. The guy that's voiced by Liam Neeson. I'm pretty sure he's a bad dad.
Oh, okay. But Taken, good dad or bad dad?
From what I saw, good dad, right? I mean, you let your kids go on trips, and they said, you got lied to. So, I mean,
oh no, I think he's a good dad.
Yeah.
I think he's a good dad. Yeah, you can't help, especially like being divorced and all that. Like you weren't in charge of the child the whole time. You can't put it's not his fault she got kidnapped. Like that's
sure,
yeah, whatever. But no, I say good dad.
How about I got two more? The Griswold dad, Chris Griswold, National Lampoon. Bad
Clark,
dad, eh?
Yes.
Clark Griswold. He is. Oh man, he tries to be a very good.
Yeah,
father.
he tries real hard.
And he tries really hard. So I'm going to give him the good because he's trying to be a good dad.
I say bad because he is a psychopath trying to be a good person. Like he's trying to hold it together and it is not working.
What about Mrs. Doubtfire?
We said that.
Did I miss that? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't.
Robin Williams, good dad.
Was it when my webcam went down? I legit didn't hear that at all.
Yeah, Justin just tunes us out now, Max.
That's all I do, and I don't listen to you. Keyword.
Max, we've become Justin's wife. He doesn't listen to us.
I didn't hear you. I'm sorry. Okay, fine. Caveat. Howard Langston, Jingle All the Way. Bad Dad? Jingle All the Way, Dad?
No, you for not listening to us.
Oh yeah, I still wasn't listening to you. I was like, all right, I gotta pivot. You can talk your shit if you want, but
I think both of them, both Arnold and
Sinbad, good dads. Okay.
Yeah,
So I think Sinbad for sure. I think he was a good dad that had to do terrible things to try to make his kid have a good Christmas, trying to get a present for him. I'm not so sure about Arnold because he was pretty absent for most of that stuff. Because wasn't he like leaving work late all the time and like missing like dance recitals and stuff?
Yeah, like he was doing work, but I mean, like he's working for his kids.
Sure.
Like it's the trade-off where like how much of their lives do you want to be in?
Yeah. Do you enjoy food? Yeah.
I mean, I think, and also after the events of Jingle All the Way, he would have changed his ways.
It's a redemption arc for him to be like, hey, my family is more important than me losing it. Especially that dude that tried to hit on his wife, his neighbor. I forget who his name was.
Yeah.
Ned Flanders guy.
Good dad.
Yeah.
Well, everybody, again, have a happy Father's Day tomorrow. We'll be celebrating it. I know Max and I will be. Justin will be. I'm hoping. And be safe. Have a great night. Like, comment, subscribe.
I don't know what that means.
Wait, what?
I don't know what that means.
You're going to celebrate it with your dad, right?
Yeah. It's just how you framed it. Like Max and I with our kids. Justin. Maybe.
Oh my goodness. Fuck off. Whatever. He doesn't listen to that piece of shit. Like, we don't care.
didn't even know they exist.
We already talked about Mrs. Doubtfire.
Hey, did we talk about Robin Williams yet?
Oh wait, we forgot to talk about Mrs. Doubtfire.
That's what I'm saying.
All right, everybody.
Mrs. Doubtfire, great dad.
Have a great night, everybody.
A little bit of a liar.